Hi everyone, Mickey Jacobs here. Welcome to Angel Chat. You know the drill. So I know I don't talk to myself. Shoot me a quick note just to make sure that you see me and you hear me and we are on the same page. So thank you for joining in today. You will find my voice a little bit scratchy today. I just talk too much, so it's a bit scratchy. I also made it at 6 p.m. instead of at 5 p.m. Pacific time because a lot of you claim that it is a little bit of early. So I don't know, we'll try the 6 p.m. If not, we can just switch it between 5 and 6 p.m. So thank you very much. You know, I chose today's topic is because a lot of people come to me and they are unhappy with readings, if you will. Sometimes it's quite, oh, hello Norma, thank you very much, thank you. So sometimes it's really affecting them bad, meaning the way they look at spirituality. Supposedly in that industry, the last thing you would imagine is perhaps that they are unfair medium or unfair spiritual teachers. So it's that comment that I thought I will talk about the subject a little bit and give you a little bit of perspective how you can help as to how to make a successful reading, how to choose a medium to begin with, and a little bit of rules as to what you need to do so you will not experience that sort of frankly, a heartache, obviously. So right off the bat, it is important to bring up that it is, of course, an industry like all others. In all industry, whether it is doctor or healers or acupuncture or medium, then obviously some perhaps more fair than others, talented than others. Obviously, that's all has to do with us being human beings, specifically when we work with other people, and not necessarily medium, but any line of work that work with other people. Then you need to be yourself quite grounded, if you will. Otherwise, if the practitioner, and I see that a lot of time with acupuncture or energy healing or Reiki sessions, that the practitioner is not quite there, whether they had a difficult day, whether their own energy is not intact or they're not grounded. So it can affect the session, and mediums or reading would be the same thing. Now, what can you do about it? Nothing, obviously. It's not something you can do, but you can sense a practitioner. Obviously, oh, hello, Mike and Maria. Thank you for joining in. Obviously, you can sense if a practitioner... They're always around. So you can tell if practitioners have their energy intact, if they are vibrant. I mean, you know, it's always come in mind where I used to see Sylvia Browne, the late Sylvia Browne, the really popular and quite talented medium, or at least at the beginning. And I remember the last few years when I would see her. I think she was on Montel Williams or some other, talk show in the morning. And I would see that she just wasn't well. You can tell her energy, you can tell, she just wasn't there energetically or otherwise. And so that would obviously affect ability to contact spirit. It doesn't mean that we are perfect, with why I started today Angel Chat, to tell you that it is an industry like all others, and everyone have difficult life from once in a while. It's just the way life go up and down. Nonetheless, you can tell if a practitioner, and again, although today I'm talking about spiritual reading, you can apply it to other healing sessions, which why I say acupuncture, chiropractor, certainly energy healing. You can kind of detect if the person, knowledgeable naturally with a spiritual reading. You would know that by the information. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, of course. And second, you can tell if they are pretty much grounded. Also, we're not meshing well with everyone. Not everyone mesh well with everyone. And that can be, again, I see a lot of people that try one lawyer, they didn't like their style, maybe too strict, maybe too soft, and went to another lawyer. This is just obviously example that I have in mind. So you have to mesh well with a practitioner or a medium. Some have style that a little bit more straightforward. Some have style that kind of a little bit more soft. I'm talking about reading. So it's something that you might come across an energy or practitioner that doesn't quite mesh well with you. That is okay. So what do you want to do about it? So obviously, if you can, I always tell people a medium or spiritual readings are obviously important enough not to pick them up off the yellow pages, of course. So perhaps it's something of a referral. I always advise that to people, that, other people went to people. Hello, good evening, Wendy. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate. And Teresa, thank you, honey. Thank you. So perhaps you would get a referral. Perhaps you would go and sense what you feel from a website. Certainly testimonial are important. So it's a combination of numerous things as to how you get to the medium, how you mesh well with the medium. If you realize that the energy didn't quite mesh well, or it's not quite your style, then don't go back, go to someone else, of course. But that not necessarily translate into a bad reading. Again, are they sometimes bad reading? Sure, there is rip-off, once again, in every industry, and mediumship is not different, unfortunately. Nonetheless, there is a lot of things that I believe that you should know. Again, whether mesh well with the person, how the person look to you. It's easy to detect if a person is lively, vibrant, and of course, once again, you want to get some validation. That's just common sense, of course. Hello, Eileen. Hello, honey. So, in that respect, that's important. Also, more specifically to spiritual reading, in spiritual reading, we work with spirit. Spirit are energy. For those of you that had a reading with me, I said that right at the beginning, that obviously you never know who's going to come forward. It's a noisy home. You never know who's going to come forward, so you don't want to think too much because it will interfere with the flow of a channeling. Let me refer. My reading has been wonderful. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. That's what I was saying, that it's best. Hey, Ash. That's what I was saying, that it's best. Can you put them out, please? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's so much noise we can take. So, of course, that's easy to know about the information. And again, it's best to be referred to someone. So back to what you expect. Your expectation need to go down, of course. If you think too much, then spiritual reading is a spiritual session, meaning you want the energy to flow. You want spirit to come forward. It's working with energy. And I come to a conclusion that if the sitter, of course, is being called, is really fixated, and sometimes I don't blame them. Specifically, I have great empathy. Hello, Dan. Hello, Dana, honey. Sometimes, specifically parents with the loss of a child, of course they would come in and expect the soul, of course, to come forward. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Don't think your best chance is to get who you want to get, is not to think, understand that sometimes there are reasons why a certain soul don't come forward. And the most common thing, sometimes if it is a fresh passing, let's a few months, certainly let's the 6 months, which I call kind of a fresh passing. We are busy after we cross over. Good busy, of course. We go through processes after that. The soul exits the body and being met by spirit guide and our team in spirit. So we busy. Sometimes souls are away from planet Earth, specifically if the passing was difficult, if it was a tragic or abrupt passing. Specifically, if it was a passing that the soul was not designed to leave planet Earth yet. So in that case, soul will not enter a reading. It's never a reflection of the sitter. How can it be when our departed loved one cross over? Of course, they love us million more fold. The love is greater because there is no limits of the mind and the ego. There are no conditions to the love. It's a pure love. So if you do go to a reading and the person that you want to come does not come, sometimes a soul simply need to be called. I know a lot of reading, the soul did not come, and I call a soul and they come. Sometimes they don't. So you might want to inform the medium, wait a little bit, because sometimes they might come forward, which is a better validation, of course. So again, the expectation need to be low. The expectation need to be that it's not a phone call. It's an energy, and the energy need to flow. As if when I tell hello, Iman. Oh, I'm trying to read what people say. I like that. It's lovely. It's a combination. The success of a reading is a combination, of course, the ability of the medium. Sure, ability of the medium, where the medium is at the time of the session, which we cover, vibrant, grounded, connected, as well as the client. So it's the combination of the effort of spirit, the effort of the medium, and of course the client or sitter, that I understand the concept of reading, don't expect too much, kind of relax. Let spirit come, whoever meant to come. They know who to bring forward. And if it's not happened to be the one that you want to happen, it's not you. I say that because a lot of people get upset. You know, specifically if they had a difficult dynamic or relationship on planet Earth prior to the person leaving. No, it's a soul. There is no anger. They're not pissed off at us anymore. There is no upset. Of course not. It's never a reflection of the sitter. Sometimes there's simply a way. Sometimes I kind of push a soul to come forward and they get in and they're like, well, we're busy. We are busy. Good busy. So don't expect too much, because if you lower your expectation, if you kind of let go, if you don't think too much, and I'm not just talking about departed loved one, I'm talking also psychic reading, which has to do with life, you know, spirit guide or angel channeling. Let go. Let the energy flow. Kind of like, let me see if there's a way, 6 months. Yes, it is. Who is that? Wendy. It is, Wendy. It is best to wait. That's why I tell people, don't rush into a reading. Let the soul exit the body. Let the soul go through the processes. There is a homecoming celebration. Why would you want to rush that? I wouldn't want to rush back, you know, because when a soul enters a reading, they are going down, if you will, to the dimension of planet Earth, naturally, which is a little bit more of a dense dimension around planet Earth, because it's the physical body, it's the physical planet. So if they are away, you might know why they're not coming. Like I said, it's something that you might want to leave them alone, wait few months, and you know, and then come forward. Let me see. I can't understand. I need like 5 glasses. So again, the point of all that is don't expect too much. Also, unfortunately, is you might want to be somewhat spiritual. Although I found that spirits actually get excited if it's a person that start to open up to spirituality, or not quite still open to spirituality, or perhaps come to kind of test the water and see what spiritual reading is. Although they actually get excited, because obviously from their perspective, they would want to convert people to spirituality. Of course, it can interfere if you are not at least open mind to the concept of life after death, to the concept of spirit guide, to the concept of angels, because again, everything is energy, and if you're not open, it will interfere. It will kind of be rigid. The energy, it won't flow. So therefore, the best reading that I come is that you don't have to be super spiritual. Of course, it's normal that a lot of people would come to spiritual reading just because it's just obviously fascinating. It is fascinating. Nonetheless, I find that the best case scenario is, even if the person, let's say religion, yet going towards the direction of, let's see what it's all about. Let's see if it's really true. Let's see if my loved one is really not dead. So I find that the easiest for kind of the energy to flow. So again, it was really important for me to bring it up today, because you know, nowadays it's easy to open businesses from home. Every second person open businesses from home, and it's easy. And I believe the line of work of people that work with people, and again, I don't just mean medium, I mean all the people that work with people, or healers, which I really do not like the phrase since it's overused on planet Earth. Nonetheless, perhaps we can call it that. It's important, it's life-changing, but it's not always the medium. So if you think about going to a spiritual medium in your life or someone else that you advise to, run this information by them, kind of look a little bit with someone that you would have a better chance, perhaps more your style, perhaps a better chance to get a little bit more accurate reading or get the soul that you would like to come. Also, I must say that over the years, our loved one in spirit, they know we want to contact them. Of course they know we want to contact them. And although there is no obviously guarantee that a certain soul would come forward, they know, they are aware of our life. Specifically, I come to a conclusion if there was someone that really close to someone, like a child, like a spouse, like a parent. So again, your job is to perhaps meditate a little bit before you go to a spiritual reading. Ask them, pray. You can ask, obviously, spirit to come forward, and then kind of let it go, leave it alone. So I don't remember what else I said. I hope that I cover everything. Again, I don't want to do the video too long. I don't want to take too much of your time. But keep sending me the topics for Angel Chat. I greatly appreciate you sending me topics. So I'm going to combine viewer topics as well as what I come over the years, like with people that kind of get a bad will. I don't know what exactly mean if the life partner would come this year. I'm sorry, I can't quite pronounce your name, honey. Again, if you do want to contact your life partner, don't think too much. You can meditate before going to a spiritual reading. Ask them to come forward. But there is a lot of reason as to why soul would come forward and some soul would don't. So don't think too much. Go and expect the most. And then obviously as we cover, then obviously you might want to get someone that you got referral or something, someone that would give you the best chance. I don't quite understand the questions, if you will. It's hard for me to read the rest of it. Forgive me, Asia, forgive me. So I hope I cover everything that is important, and I hope you will apply the information. I will talk to you next week. Keep sending me any topics that you would like me to cover, and I will be happy to put you in a queue and then include it in a future Angel Chats. So thank you very much. Take good care. Thank you. Who is that? Lisbeth. Thank you, honey. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone that joining in, and I will talk to you next week. Take good care. Bye, guys. Thank you.